Welcome everyone to how to create a promotional email template for your nonprofit fundraising event. You can see here on the screen an example of the template that we're going to be creating today. Today we're going to be using a platform called Constant Contact. This is a very common email service provider that many nonprofits use to create their email newsletters. And a lot of things I'm doing here today can be applied to any of the other various email services out there, whether it's MailChimp, Blackbaud, Vertical Response, or any of the other email marketing services. They all use similar concepts when it comes to editing these email modules, these contents here, adding and replacing images, and the like. So this template that we're going to be doing today is an important email template that you should be sending out to all your supporters prior to the event, not only to drive ticket sales, but also to get people excited about the big ticket auction items that you'll be offering at the event. You can see here up at the top, we have the nonprofit logo so that people know exactly who the email is coming from. We have a main banner here that displays maybe images from last year, the event logo, the location or date. Then you have this main section where you can put notes from yourself explaining what this email newsletter is about. A nice big and bright call to action. This is arguably the most important part of any email newsletter because this is the main action that you want them to take when they open the email. So in this case, it would be to buy tickets to the event. Then below that, we have this section where we're going to be featuring the auction items. In this case, it's going to be Winspire experiences. For each item, there's the title, there's the package or what it is, and then view package details link, which when they click on it in their email, it's going to take them to the PDF that they're going to be able to download and view and get a full preview of what that auction item is going to look like. And I'm going to show you how to do all this today using the experiences that you've likely already reserved in your suitcase. So I'm going to put this off to the side here so that we can reference it as we are working through. But let's jump right in here to Constant Contact. Some of you are probably familiar with this. This is the dashboard. And what you're going to do is start by just clicking this big Create button. And what we want to do today is send an email. So it's going to click the top there. We're actually going to use one of their templates that they have. So just go ahead and click Select when it says Start with a Template. That's going to bring you to this dashboard filled with all the templates they have available. There's plenty to choose from, but we're actually going to use this basic newsletter template that they have set up in the upper left-hand corner. So I'm going to select that. And this is your editor. So this is what we're going to start with as our foundation to create this newsletter over here off to the right. You can see it's some of the sections are already sort of created for you, which is nice. If you drag your cursor over each section, you can see that each one has its own title. We have logo, which corresponds to this up here, this headline, which corresponds to this right here, and the content, which corresponds to this right here. So yeah, we're going to go through each section, and I'm going to show you exactly how to put in these assets and put in these items. So here we go. The first one being the logo. In order to edit any of these sections, you're just going to go ahead and click through. So I'm going to click on logo, and this is going to bring you into this section here that's already empty, but we're going to want to put in an image. So in order to put in an image, you should have a nice colorful nonprofit logo from your organization that you can use. If you don't have one, go find somebody who does, and then you're going to make sure you have it on your machine. Once there, you're going to select this image link up in the upper left-hand corner. You can see I already have a lot of these images uploaded when I created this newsletter over here, but I'll show you how to upload this from your machine. You're going to go to this Upload File button. That's going to bring up this dialog box that you can click to browse your computer. And I already have this file created with all the assets that I'll need to create this newsletter, which includes the nonprofit logo, the banner image, and then also the 3 PDFs of these experiences that I'll be using in my event. And you can get this from your suitcase at winspireme.com after you've reserved your experiences. You can download these PDFs to your machine and make sure they're in the same folder here, or at least you know where to go find them on your computer. All right, so in this case, I'm going to start with the logo. I'm going to open up that logo and upload the file. Once it's uploaded, I'm going to click Done. And you can see I've uploaded a couple more times, but here's the one that I just uploaded. Once I have it there, I'm going to click Insert. And the logo's in there, which is great. And it's starting to look a little bit more like our template over here. So one thing you can have right now, it's center justified, so it's aligned in the center. If I want to push it off to the left, I have this gear icon here that I can use to actually edit the image. And I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go down to Alignment and select Left. And that's going to put the nonprofit logo over on the left side there. I also notice that the logo is a little bit bigger than our example here on the right. So I'm going to click the gear icon, and I'm going to go to Resize. And I'm going to use this really handy slider here to adjust the size of the nonprofit logo. I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller. You also will notice there's some other things you can do in here, like make the image clickable. So if you wanted to put in your website right here, so that if people clicked on the logo, it would take them to the website, that would definitely be appropriate. You can also do things like caption and image description, but I'm just going to insert the image. All right, that's looking a lot closer to our example. And whenever I'm done editing or adding things to a content block, I'm going to come right up here to this little save icon where it says save. And it's going to save all the changes that I've made. So right now, we just put in that nonprofit logo right there in the upper left-hand corner. And next, we're going to want to put in this big image right here, this big banner image. As I said before, that's going to be details from your event, location, pictures from last year, something that's going to catch their attention. But you'll notice that there's no image block in between the logo and the headline. So I'm going to want to create a new block in there. To do that, it's super easy. You're just going to go hover over the logo block, and you're going to come right up over to this little icon, which actually is copy this block. And when you click that, you're going to see that logo block actually copied down, and that's where we're going to put the new image. So you're going to click in here. And once your cursor's in there, you're just going to press delete a few times so that you have a blank block that you're going to be messing with. And then you're going to go back up to this image link up in the upper left-hand corner, click image, and it's going to take you to your media library. I already have this image uploaded, but if I wanted to, I could go back to my Finder and upload it from my computer. Again, here are all the assets that I need. I'm going to select this and insert it. And from here, I can change the image, I can delete it, I can add a caption, I can resize it, I can fit it so that it goes all the way out to the very edges if I want. I can change the alignment, but I like that it's centered right now, and I think it's already a pretty good size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Save. All right, great. It's coming right along, as you can see. Next, we have this headline, the live auction sneak peek. So go ahead and just click into that. You're going to select everything and then you change it to live auction sneak peek. I'm going to click Save. And then we have our content section here. This is where I'm going to bring in some of the content from over here. I already have, actually, if I open up my Microsoft Word, I already have this intro typed out into a Microsoft Word document. So I'm actually going to copy all of this, come back to our email, copy everything in that block, and then I'm going to go to Edit, Paste, right? So I copied it from there, paste it in, and there's my content. Now you can do a lot of editing of attributes of the text, just like you can in Microsoft Word, bolding things or making them italic. I'm going to do that for you right here. I'm going to bold Daisy Director and take Auction Committee Head. I'm going to make that italic. If I wanted to add a link, like we have Daisy Nonprofit as an email link, so that if anyone wants to click there and send an email right away, they can. To do that, I'm going to highlight Daisy at nonprofit.org, or your email address if that was yours. I'm going to go right up here to where it says link. I'm going to add the link. And under here, instead of a web address, I'm actually going to go into email address. The text I want to display as is daisy@nonprofit.org, which is the email address. And then I'm actually going to copy that and paste it right into the email address that I want it sent to. This is if you wanted it to display something different than the actual email that it will end up sending to. So I'm going to insert that. Boom, and we're in business. So I'm going to save this section. Great, and next we have the button, which is, as I mentioned before, probably the most important part about creating this promotional email. It's the call to action. It's the one thing that you want them to do as a result of receiving this email. So it should be big and bright, and the first thing they see when they open up the email. So we already have this button in here that came with the template. I'm going to click in. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to this gear icon up in the upper right corner. And I'm going to go to table properties. This is actually a little table that's in this section here. And in here, you can mess with a lot of different things, such as the table width. I want to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm going to make that 250 pixels. I'm going to add a border that is, maybe a darker red. I'm going to make sure that the table is aligned in the center. Under advanced properties, I'm going to go to the background color. I'm going to make it this nice bright red. The text alignment is going to be in the middle, and I think it's pretty good there. So I'm going to click OK, and we're coming right along. It's getting there. But instead of visiting our website, what we want that to say is an action item like buy tickets, right? Because that's what we want them to think that they're going to be doing when they click that link. But it's still a little bit small, so I'm going to highlight this text, and I'm going to bump it all the way up to 16-point font, which is starting to look good. It's starting to look a lot more like our template over here, which is great. Now, the most important part about creating a button is making sure that it links somewhere. Okay, so you are going to want to highlight this entire buy tickets, and then you're going to want to come up here to link. And this is where you're going to want to put the text for where you're going to link it to. In this case, I'm going to open up a tab. I'm going to take us to winspireme.com, and that is going to be the URL that I'm going to use to go in there. So it's a web address. The text I want to display. I think I'm not allowed to put anything in there. Oh, buy tickets. I think it already has it displayed there. The link URL is going to be winspireme.com, and from there I'm going to say insert. And we have ourselves a button, people. Now, if I click save, you'll notice, I think it's looking pretty good so far. I like to put a little space in between the button and this line right here, get a little separation. So I'm going to click back into this section, and I'm going to click my cursor over here in the right side of the buy tickets button. And once I do, I'm going to hit return twice. And then I'm also going to click over here on the left side of the button. I'm going to hit return once. And then I'm going to hit save. And that gives me a little more space in between the buy tickets button and what we're going to be putting down here. Okay, and you can see the beginnings of the list right here. So that is the buy tickets button. Let's move on into the list of auction items. This first section is where we're going to be putting this featuring these live auction items title. You want to introduce exactly what it is that you're listing here. So you're going to come into this first section and click into it. And you'll notice that we don't have an image here, so we can go ahead and just remove this image block. You're just going to click on the little gear icon and just go to delete. Then once you have all this text ready to go, you can replace the title featuring these live auction items. Under here, you can replace the message with whatever you wish. I'm going to take this example. I'm just going to copy the text from there. Nice. It looks like it added an extra space. And this is a link that you can use to say whatever you want. If you want to link to maybe a online auction page or some other page where you're hosting or have the auction items displayed prior to the event, this would be a great place to put that link. You can say view packages or something like that. But we're just gonna delete that for now for this tutorial. Next, we're gonna see if we can center justify these assets. You can see they're all aligned to the left, but we want it to be in the center. To do that, I'm going to select all of it, and I'm going to go right here to this center justify button or align center, and then it's starting to look a little bit more like our template over here to the right. So I'm going to click save. Nice. It looks like the featuring these live auction items is a little bit bigger over here. Maybe I have a little space above it. So let's make those adjustments right now. I'm going to click in. I'm going to highlight featuring these live auction items. I'm going to bump this up to maybe 18, and that looks about right. And maybe hit return once, give it some space, and click save. Nice, starting to get a little bit closer. Maybe that's too much space. I'm going to see what that does. Kind of like it like that. So, nice. Great. So let's move on to where we're going to actually start inserting the auction items into the template here. We have this section right here. Let's start with the Napa Valley VIP Insiders Tour. All right. First thing you should do is go back to your file where you have the PDF that you've downloaded from winspireme.com from your suitcase after you've reserved your experiences. Go find that PDF and go ahead and open it up. I'm going to click and drag it over here to the right. And then I'm going to go back to my internet browser. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click into this section here. So I'm editing it. And for this title, I'm going to come over and on the PDF, I'm just going to copy the title, Napa Wine Country Insiders Tour. Come back to the browser, copy and paste it in here. Nice. Usually there's an extra return that is included in there, so just hit delete once. Then I'm going to come in and grab the subtitle that has everything that is included within the experience. I'm going to click back over to the constant contact, highlight this subtitle here, and I'm going to paste it in. And looks like there's an extra return there as well, so I'm going to click delete. Now for the link to additional resources, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to replace that with view package details. This is where we're going to link to this PDF that we're using right here to copy this details from. And I'm going to change the link to additional resource to view package details. Nice. And then I'm going to highlight it. And I'm going to go back up here to where it says document link. And this is where I'm going to be able to link to the actual PDF that I have on my machine by uploading it to Constant Contact. You can see I've already uploaded some of them here, but I'm going to click upload a new document. It's going to bring up this dialog. I'm going to say browse my computer, and I'm going to select the Napa Valley PDF, and I'm going to click open. And once it's in there, I'm going to say upload. You can actually upload all 3 or however many PDFs you're using or experiences you're using all at once if you choose. But I'm just doing one right now just to show you. So I'm going to click done. You can see right here it was uploaded. I'm going to select this PDF that I just uploaded, and I'm going to say insert. Now, when anyone clicks, I'll exit out of this PDF and go back to our example here. Now, when anyone clicks on view package details, it's going to download that PDF that's actually hosted on a Constant Contact's website, and anyone can go download it and access it from the email, which is really, really handy. One thing we're missing here is obviously the image. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go get the image off the Winspire website to put into the email template. I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and open up a new tab and go to winspireme.com. And under experiences, you're going to click all experiences. And then under filter your results, you're going to start typing in the name of the package. So in this one, it's called Napa Wine Country VIP. There it is. All right, I'm going to take this little thumbnail image that we have, and I'm actually going to right click. I'm going to say save image as. And I'm in my email examples folder. So it's the same folder. This is where I'm going to save it to. And let's just go ahead and get all 3 of them out of the way here. So I'm also going to type in Kentucky bourbon. I'm going to right click that one. I'm going to save image as. Same folder, save. And then New York long weekend. Same one here. Here's the thumb. I'm going to right click and go to save as. I'm going to save it in the same folder that we're using. I'm going to go back to my Constant Contact email editor here. I'm going to go to this image, and I'm going to go right to where this gear is. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to select change. Okay. From here, I can do the same thing as I did for the logo and for the banner image. I'm going to go to upload file. I'm going to browse on my computer, and I'm actually going to select all three of these experience images, and I'm going to open them all at once. Okay, once I have them all selected, I'm going to upload all three files. It should do that in short order there. Great. I'm going to say done, and here they are. All right, and so the first block that we're working on is the Napa Valley, so I'm going to select that one, and once I do, I'm going to say insert. Great, and we're looking good. I think that's right where we want to be. So after that, I'm going to click Save. And it's coming along nicely, isn't it? So we're only one block down. We have two more to go. So I'm going to run through these other two pretty quickly here, and we'll talk my way through it before we talk about how we're going to finish up this template here. So just like with the logo, I'm going to go right to this icon here where it says copy this block, and I'm going to select that. And it's going to just do an identical copy of these two blocks here, and I'm going to make this one into the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Okay, so I'm going to edit into here. I'm going to click in to edit it. I'm going to go back to my Finder window, and I'm going to open up the Kentucky Bourbon PDF that I've already downloaded from the website. And then I'm going to copy the title, or I can just type it in, but I'm going to go copy, edit copy. Come in here, edit paste, and delete that. I'm going to take the subtitle, copy it, and if you don't know, edit copy, right? And then select all this. You can do edit paste. Looks like there's that additional space in there. And then for this view package details, I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go back up to this document link. And I'm going to either upload a new document. I'm going to go find that PDF, but I already uploaded it here, so I can just select it. This is the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. I'm going to insert that one. And for the image, I'm going to click this gear and say change. And I've already uploaded this Kentucky Bourbon thumbnail image, so I'm going to select that and hit insert, and then hit save. And last but not least, we have our New York long weekend. So I'm going to come right here to where it says copy this block. I'm going to close out this PDF, and I'm going to go open the New York one. Bring it over here. And I'm going to scroll down to, we have our block duplicated here. And I'm going to go in to edit it as well. I'm going to copy the title from the PDF, edit copy, click here, edit paste. I'm going to delete back. I'm going to go get this subtitle right here, copy, paste, hit back one. For the view package details, I'm going to select that, go to document link, and I think I already, yep, there it is, New York long weekend. Already uploaded it once, no need to upload it again. And for the image, I'm going to go to the gear, hit change, select the thumbnail, click insert, and then hit save. And ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done. Look at that. Just a few minor details that can, add a lot and basically add clarity to the email template here. We have these lines, which I like to put in between the packages. Just like the content blocks over here, you have the ability to copy the divider. So copy this block. It'll put two lines there, and then you can come right up to where it has this directional pad, and you can move that block down below, and then I can copy it again. Directional pad, move the next one down below that, and it looks like we're good. You could even put, whoops. Oh, it looks like I accidentally copied one of these modules, so it's very easy to get rid of one. I can just hit this little X right here, and it'll ask me if I really want to do that. I'll say yes, and wow, look at that. Just like that, we are almost all the way done. A few other things just to make it look exactly the same. You can put some content here if you'd like. I chose not to, so I wanted to remove this, so I just clicked this little X right here, the pre-header. Said OK. This dark border, I opted for maybe a little bit of a lighter border. You can edit a lot of these color settings over here. The outer border is right third from the top. I'm going to click that. And I made it a nice kind of light gray. It makes the content pop a whole lot more. And we're done. This is where we're at with the email template. It should be ready for you to send out. Just a few things that you can do that you can make a lot of these linkable. Make sure that there's links within the email that people are getting. And then before you send it, make sure that you're setting the header options. And this part's really important. So click into here. This is where your subject, the pre-header text, and the from name are established. And so these are some of the most important parts of your email newsletter, because that's the first thing they see when it arrives in their inbox. It has to be enticing enough for them to want to open it in the first place. So your subject line should be catchy. I like to say, maybe do a live auction sneak peek. From New York to Napa. And this pre-header text is actually going to be the text that they're going to see that comes right after the subject line in the email inbox. So definitely put something catchy there. I'll usually probably borrow something from the main text. Here's a sneak peek of just one of the amazing auction items. Copy that, put that in here. And the from name is also really important. If you are an individual that people know at your organization, that people are familiar with, then definitely put your name in there as the from name. If you're not well known, if you have a much bigger organization, then definitely use the nonprofit name as the from name. So I'm going to put Winspire, or actually we'll just put nonprofit name here. But if people know that you're the committee chair, people are familiar with hearing from you, then definitely put your name in there. As far as the from email address, also make sure that is an actual person's email address. You want to make sure that if people can respond to, make sure that people can respond to an email newsletter just by hitting reply. You shouldn't be like a no reply, do not reply, those sort of things. Definitely avoid those. You want it to be a person's email address so that if anyone hits reply with any questions about the event, you can answer them directly. Once you've established that, you can hit OK. And boom, you are ready to go. This should be done. One thing that I like to do too, and I'll just kind of add this as a quick note before we finish, is you can preview. What I've been viewing over here is this preview screen. So you can click this preview. And then if you click this view printable version, it'll open it up in a new window. And this is actually the one that we just designed here. And then what I like to do is make these images also clickable to the PDF. Okay, and to do that, it's pretty easy. All you're going to have to do is you're going to click on this view package details link. And this will give you the link that you need to put in there. You're going to highlight this URL. You're going to go to Edit, Copy. You're going to go back to the Constant Contact template. You're going to click into the block that you want to edit. And I'm going to go here to this gear icon over the image. And I'm going to say Change. Okay, but I'm not changing the image. All I'm doing is making the link clickable. So make a clickable link. I'm going to go, I can right click and paste, or edit and paste. And then I'm going to hit Insert. Okay, and hit save. Now I'm going to go back over here again. This is a preview of the template that we just created. I'm going to refresh this by going Control R. Now when somebody clicks on the image of the grapes, they're also going to be taken to the PDF. I'll do that one more time to show you exactly how it's done. So with the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, I'm going to click View Package Details. That's going to bring up the PDF in the browser here. I'm going to click so that the whole URL is highlighted. I'm going to go to Edit, Copy. I'm going to come back to Constant Contact, click into the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, hit the gear icon, click Change, and then again, I'm not changing the image. I'm just going right here to where it says Make a Clickable Link. I'm going to click there, right click, paste, and then I'm going to insert. All right, hit Save. Now that image is clickable. One more time, just with the New York long weekend, I'm going to do it real quick. View Package Details. I'm going to highlight that, copy it, go right in here, click in, go to the gear icon, go to change, make a clickable link, insert, save. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you create a complete promotional email to highlight auction items at your event. If you have any questions, I would love to hear them. Please leave a comment or provide any feedback. Also, if you're interested in seeing how this is done in other email service providers such as MailChimp or Blackbaud, please let me know. I can also create a tutorial for that. But yeah, I hope you found this useful, and that is how you create a promotional email for your event fundraiser. Thank you very much.